So I did a little experiment myself. I tried to see how many times in a day I open TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube. And guess what? I couldn't get more than an hour or sometimes less without checking something. And that freaked me out. I was like, why am I so hooked? Well, it turns out the so-called magic behind every scroll is an ultra smart, ultra persistent algorithm that basically runs our lives. Well, now I'm going to show you how these platforms know exactly what will keep you glued and why it's not just about those cat videos or those silly memes. This stuff can mess with our opinions, our habits, even with our mental health. So stay around, and I promise once you learn how these algorithms actually work, you will never look at your feed the same way again. Alright, so let's kick this off by asking, how do these apps know us so well? Well, it's not voodoo, it's data. Every tap, every scroll, or every second that you link on a post or a video, the app records it. Then these platforms, whether it's Meta's Facebook or Instagram, ByteDance's TikTok, or Google's YouTube, feed all that into these huge AI models called deep learning networks. Deep learning pretty much means that the algorithm will understand and predict patterns based on a pile of user actions. So it doesn't follow like traditional straightforward rules. It doesn't work like that. It digs into hundreds, even thousands of user actions. Then it starts guessing. You swiped away in an ad about dieting too fast. Maybe you're not into that. But here's a big question. Why do these platforms care about your every move? Why don't they just like spit out random videos or content? Well, my friends, because the longer you stay, the more ads you see, and of course, the more money they make. And you know better that social media is a massive business and it's just gonna get much bigger in the future. And that's why in just the last few years, ad revenues on these platforms have soared to hundreds of billions of dollars. You staying on TikTok for just an extra minute might not seem a big deal for you, but multiply that by millions or billions of other people, and that's a lot of eyeballs for advertisers. And as a result of that, the algorithm says, hey, if you like this, you'll probably like that. So let's keep the dopamine pumping in your head and keep you here all day. And guess what? It works. Now, you may not know that, but one big trick these platforms use is emotional triggers. If you've ever wondered, why do you see so many posts that fire you up inside, like outrage politics, those like shocking stories, conspiracy theories, or those like super heartwarming videos? It's because emotional content gets us to react fast, and we can't help it. We are wired that way. It's basically exploiting the fact that extreme emotions drive extreme engagement. And yeah, it's a little scary on how well it works. Now picture a teenager. Their brains are still figuring out life, social cues, self-image, everything. Then along comes a hyper-focused, super smart algorithm and funnel them into, let's say, extreme dieting or self-harm content because they paused on just one such clip. That's not just innocent teenage curiosity. That can become a pipeline leading to a lot of mental health struggles. But TikTok especially is very notorious for quickly mixing a specialized feed based on tiny signals from the user. So you pause on one intense video and boom, the feed might lock you in a dark loop. And if you think it's only about negative stuff, think again. Even the curated, perfect lifestyle content can make teens feel like everyone else is living a flawless lifestyle. And of course, more anxiety, more insecurity, and worse of that, more screen time. It's a damaging cycle, and these young users are the most vulnerable to believing that the slice of life that they see online is pretty much the reality, which is not the case at all. The craziest part is the kids have no clue that the algorithm is on purpose pushing them that way because they think it's all random, but it's not. It has all been engineered. It's not that the AI wants to poison your mood, it's just that they see your emotional reaction as a sign. Now, all this personalized content can push you into an echo chamber. Now, here's how it happens. You like one or two posts about, let's say, a specific political party or controversial topic. Maybe climate change is a hoax, or something about a certain celebrity scandal. Now, your feed is loaded with more of that same vibe. And over time, you see like few opposing views or balanced content. You might start to believe that everyone thinks the same way that you do. For example, Ronaldo is better than Messi because that's all the algorithm shows you. So this echo chamber doesn't just spread misinformation, it also deepens the divides. Whether it's a brand new conspiracy theory or extreme political stances, once you're in that zone, the algorithm's like, yes, more of this please. And it's no wonder how like family gatherings these days are becoming so awkward. Like everyone's just living in their own algorithmic bubble. And that bubble is not shaped by your conscious choices, but by an AI feeding you more of whatever snagged your attention last week. But hold on, let's check this out. Someone literally drop $44 billion in cold, hard cash just to get access to your tweets, your memes, and your 2 a.m. rants. And guess who that person was? Yeah, you guessed it, Elon Musk. And you can check his biography right here that I did just a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, that's the story behind Elon Musk coming in to buy Twitter, which we all know he switched the name to X. But here is the interesting part. Elon also launched a new project called XAI, codenamed Grok, and he's mixing it with X like they're meant to be a giant massive system. Now, think about it for a second. All your tweets, all your likes, all your comments that you made are going to get fed into this AI system. And Elon knows where he's going. The more data that Grok gets from X, formerly Twitter, the sharper it becomes at figuring out who you are, what you might buy, and what you might believe. As Elon mentioned, I think his vision is to turn X into a super app like WeChat, pumping it full of advanced AI and like sending it to the entire globe. If it works, we'll have an app that has payment, social media, and AI chat into a single unstoppable force. But if it goes sideways, things can get tricky. So brace yourself. Things for social media specifically are gonna change a lot in the next few years. Now you might ask, why don't we just put out laws to dial back the manipulation, right? The regulation side is like telling a casino, stop making your slot machines so addictive. It's part of the system. Their entire profit system is designed around hooking you. So pretty much it ends up being a cat and mouse game. New regulations come in, platforms tweak their algorithms or design in ways that bypass or only like partially comply. Meanwhile, billions of users stay hooked. Look, I'm not telling you delete every app that you got or never scroll again. Like personally, I use social media pretty much a lot for getting new content ideas or just to update myself with the online world. But knowing how these algorithms tick can help you reclaim a bit of control. And of course, social media and Instagram, as I said, have a lot of pros and benefits to themselves, like making anyone with a smartphone and an internet to be able to put content out there and make money while they're anywhere in the world. But of course, there are a lot of other negative aspects to them as well, such as the psychological engineer or social manipulation stuff. Now, if you found this breakdown helpful, which I'm sure you did, or if you think that friend who's always raging online about something needs to see this, go ahead and share it with them, and smash the like button if you liked the video, subscribe if you want more content like this. Now, thank you for hanging out with me. Maybe put that phone down for a bit. Your brain will appreciate the break. Anyways, catch you in the next one.